So the damages that you can claim in a truck wreck, oftentimes we hear it's the medical bills. Well, reasonable medical bills can be claimed, and we will go after medical bills for you. Pain and suffering, and that's kind of that human story, what this actually did to the person and how that pain has affected their life and how long it has affected them. Those are important categories of damages, but we also have physical impairment, and that's worth looking into. And what that means is how has this injury impaired you physically? Maybe your hand doesn't work exactly like it did before the wreck, or you have a limp. That physical impairment is important to relay to the insurance company or to the trucking company, or potentially to a jury. So in order to work up those kind of damages, we have resources with expert witnesses that can actually talk about how that impairment is going to affect your body going forward. And that leads into future medical treatment, which is really, really important because we don't know where the future is going to take you, but we can, with a reasonable degree of medical certainty, come up with your future medical treatment. And that future medical treatment can be hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And if we don't work that up, or you go to somebody that doesn't know how to work up a truck wreck case, you're going to lose out on potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars that is super important down the road to pay for things that you might need, whether it be MRIs or physical therapy, or maybe even a future surgery that you're just not ready for right now. Maybe your body's not ready. Maybe you're just mentally broken down from all the pain that you've had from the injuries you've sustained. You don't want that future surgery just this second. So we're going to go out and get the money for that future medical treatment. Along with truck wrecks, we see a lot of scars. I mean, you're going to have surgical scars potentially. You're going to have scars from hitting your head or things hitting your body. That scarring is something you can claim in Oklahoma, and I think it sometimes goes undervalued. I believe, again, you have to get to know your client and find out, is this scar something that they think about a lot? Maybe it's somebody that wears shirts that have no shoulders and they have a scar there. They don't want to talk about it, and now they're changing the way they dress, or they're changing the way what activities they do. They don't go to the lake anymore because of a scar. And those are things that we really need to develop, and that development comes from getting to know your clients. Then a big one is loss of wages. Big claims for loss of wages. These truck wrecks can be devastating to you, and if you lose income, well, you should be compensated for it. If the trucking company hurts you so bad that you can't go to work, you should be compensated. And then a layer ahead of that is sometimes these injuries are so devastating that they end your career. You lose the ability to earn income in the future, and that can equal up to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for the future, and you're entitled to claim that. And to do that, you have to work it up correctly, and you need an experienced truck wreck attorney to do that, with the resources to get vocational rehabilitation experts that can tell us why it is this person can no longer do the career that they were doing, and life care planners and economists to put a number to that. And oftentimes that number is massive, because if you're injured, we're going to work the rest of your life and now you can't. Well, you have to get compensated for that. If you don't, you're losing out on compensation that was going to take care of you and your family. And so it's super important to find a truck wreck attorney that can actually develop all of these economic damages, plus tell your human story for the pain and suffering side of it. All that picture can be done by an experienced truck wreck attorney, and that's who you need to go after.